Hi everyone. Want to wish you all a very blessed Mabon. And I'm doing this video in part because Mabon is tomorrow, and it's a very special Sabbath to me that I end up really loving and appreciating every year. And it kind of comes as this really wonderful, special surprise that I maybe kind of end up forgetting about towards the end of summer when things are very hot here, and I can kind of lose sight of the beauty that's just around the corner. Summer is not one of my favorite seasons, so Mabon's always a beautiful gift and a joyful feeling of connection to the earth and to the energies that I work with, and just also where we are on the turning of the wheel. It's a very beautiful Sabbath that I get really excited about and always feel very inspired around. And I tend to do a lot of cleaning and clearing out and releasing of things in a very joyful way this time of year. And so this is also a year when I'll bring in some new things too, because I'll feel called to kind of freshen things up or work with different stones or work with different decks, or just different colors in the tapestry of what makes up my home life. So I wanted to share some of the things that I've gotten around Mabon to kind of just usher Mabon in and sit with Mabon's energy and be able to celebrate and observe in my own personal way. So one of the really cool things that I got to do last weekend with Vincent is one of my friends, Victoria, owns a florist called Dandelions. It's soon the name will be switched over to Fire Flowers and other Magickal Musings. And she is carrying some really great stones and incense, and she'll be carrying decks and other really great witchy things. And even if you're not a witch, just beautiful things that you can bring into your home to help you feel connected to your path in whatever way that looks like for you. So I'm very excited because she is local right in town, and the store will stay local in town. And I'm excited to be able to support a local, wonderful shop filled with just delightful things for me to go and look at and enjoy shopping with, and for. And I'm also going to be very excited to be doing some psychic readings there too on occasion. She has a beautiful space for readings, and so I'm looking forward to doing that. So she's right in downtown Wolfboro, and I will post a link to her Facebook page for those of you who are interested in maybe looking at some of her stuff and purchasing from her. It's wonderful to have not just one shop that's offering some really unique things for people in town. Of course, I'm being a little biased here by saying that's Made on Earth where I work, but also this other wonderful place to be able to just shop for beautiful, inspiring pieces that you can really use in your spiritual practice as well and aren't just gorgeous decorations for the home. So I'm going on and on. Anyhow, last weekend, Vincent and I went down and we picked out some stones for the house. And so I thought I would share with you guys kind of what I'm using for stones. Kind of pulling in some different pieces right now and kind of shifting things up a little bit in what I'm bringing in for Mabon. I work with a lot of natural stone. Most of you know that. That's not tumbled. And I really like pieces that come to me from the earth, not without a lot of manipulation by man. So for the most part, I have a lot of stones from the actual physical earth in this area, from the sea. I get gifted a lot of stones, and so I work with a lot of stuff like that. I do work with polished stones and crystals as well, so I'm not against that, but I did end up purchasing quite a bit as far as tumbled stones go, which I normally don't do, but I really loved the energy of the stones in Victoria's shop, so I ended up getting more than I typically would. And what I did get, which I'm really in love with, which I want to show you guys, if I can get everything off of here. So I've got it kind of filled with these beautiful stones. I ended up purchasing for Made on Earth. So you can get it there if you want to. You can call the store and I'll be happy to ship it to you. Is this kind of mandala plate to put the stones on. You can also use it for candles as well. So like it's like the perfect size for that type of thing to catch drip off and everything. But I ended up getting this because I knew I was going to want to put my tumbled stones on here. So let me just show you. Excuse me. I ended up getting, these are basically all different types of jasper, which a lot of you know that I'm really, really drawn to work with. And it's like jasper, and it looks like there's some bloodstone in there as well. Yeah, so I ended up getting pretty much all jasper. Jasper is one of my favorite types of stone people to work with, and I connect with it really well. And they're kind of like really, really great multitaskers. And number one for me is that they're deeply grounding, and they also really help us to get in touch with our passion and our spirituality and our sexuality and all of that connected together. So the different types of jasper, I always end up getting a lot of reds, but I got some other colors in this little trip too, and the prices were great. These tumbled stones are pretty big, you can see, and I only paid $1 for these. So really, Victoria's really reasonable prices. And so let me show you some of the other, oh, I did get one other brecciated jasper. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just like, So this is what the red grouping looks like together. And then I got some other jasper here, just some really different variations in color. And these felt really, really soothing for me. Yes, grounding like jasper always is, but they actually felt really soothing and calming. And I also felt a deeper connection to my heart chakra while I was holding them in the store. And I love this one. Isn't that gorgeous? And I just knew that I was going to need to bring them home. So this is the last piece of tumbled jasper. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, guys. That I ended up purchasing, and I just love that one too. In person, this one's kind of a milky gray. And then it's got this beautiful white eye in the center of it, which is gorgeous. So, sorry. I had to put those down. So I also ended up getting just some straight up red jasper. She had some gorgeous pieces of just plain red jasper, which interestingly enough, I ended up purchasing brecciated jasper the most. So I was excited to feel connected to this piece of just straight up red jasper. And this is a nice size, and I think these were $1.50. You can see the size on that. So that was a stone that I just couldn't let go of. That ended up having to come with me. Then I got a piece of green fluorite as well, but it's actually, you can see there's a little bit of the green fluorite in there, but it's mostly all purple. I wish you could see, like, I wish this could pick it up, but all in here is this beautiful, I'm sorry, this side is this beautiful, like, teal green color, almost blue. Excuse me. So this I was really excited about. I do actually have a good amount of green fluorite, so I didn't go in expecting to purchase green fluorite. I was mostly focused on the different types of jasper and wanting to bring more tumbled stones into my collection. And just really feeling that call with Mabon. Oh, look, my selenite just shed. I've never had that happen with polished selenite before. So I also got this beautiful selenite kind of warming stone. So when it comes to selenite, you can see in this piece that just kind of fell off that it's like little needles. And so, and it will disintegrate if water touches it. So with selenite, for the most part, when I work with raw selenite, it's not something I would like necessarily hold in my hands. Just wanting to be careful for the needles, because I actually have gotten a quite painful needle stuck in my skin before. But with the polished ones, you can actually hold them in your hands like while you're meditating, or if you just feel a need to connect with selenite. So this is beautiful. You can see the size of it, and it was only, I don't know, I think 11.50, something like that. But it's absolutely beautiful, and I actually don't mind when they shed. To me, it's just like letting me know that there's a new use for part of it. So, but this is a gorgeous piece of selenite, and I really, really was called to bring that one home. There were a few other pieces that I was looking at, but this was the one. You know, you just know when you get the right piece that it's the one that's supposed to go home with you. So the other thing I ended up getting, which was really, really interesting, excuse me, because I don't work with amethyst a lot. I have a beautiful large piece of amethyst that was gifted to me that, you know, for me has felt for a long time like the amethyst that was supposed to be with me, and that I didn't need a lot of other amethyst in my collection, or that I didn't need to call on a lot of other amethyst pieces to work for. And so kind of traditionally, it's thought of as the witch's stone amethyst, but I've always felt much more connected to like moonstone than amethyst. And so I was really surprised while I was at Dandelions that I ended up being called to get this piece of amethyst. And it was, again, very reasonably priced. I think it was $3 for this piece. But I was surprised that I ended up purchasing it because I again, just like with the selenite, I hadn't gone in with that focus. It was more for the jasper that I was going in. I was, again, to work with for Mabon and feeling called to kind of have lots of it on my altar. So I ended up getting amethyst as well, which was really nice. And then the other stones that I got, some worry stones. This is actually Vincent's. He picked this one out. And then this one I got for myself. And I've never really felt the need to work with worry stones before, but I just liked the way it felt in my hand. So I ended up getting that one. The other thing that I got over the last few weeks, which I'm really excited to work with, and I can't find it right now, is a line of Fairchild's new book, Crystal Goddesses 888. I'm really looking forward to reading that and spending some time with it over the next few months. I love her decks, you all know. She's my favorite Oracle deck author. And I love the way that she channels these different energies. It feels very similar to the way that I work with different energies. And so it has a really beautiful flow whenever I read her works or work with her decks. There's a beautiful flow and connection that I feel with her work, and so I am really excited to work with that book. I just need to find out where I put it in the house. So it's probably somewhere upstairs, so Vincent didn't end up getting his fingers all over it. But I did end up purchasing that deck and that book, and I'm very excited to work with that more. I did purchase some stones at Made on Earth as well, because I do love stones. And these, you guys won't be surprised with, these are brecciated jasper, so I've got some small hearts here as well to go on my little plate. I just love this one especially, guys. Like, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I got that to go on my plate. And then I ended up purchasing a lot of brecciated jasper and white howlite because it's the type of stone that I end up gifting the most. And we had some beautiful spheres come into the store. I'm so sorry, guys. But you can see the variations in the stone. And then here's another one. Just really, really beautiful. White howlite I love to work with for meditation or anytime I'm trying to hear my inner voice and other energies more clearly. I find that white howlite really, really, it's like this great big broadcasting signal that just makes things feel clearer for me. And so I work with white howlite constantly, and I have a lot of it, and I gifted quite a bit. And so I was really excited that we had some gorgeous white howlite come in that I just couldn't pass up. And then I did get some brecciated jasper as well. This has some gorgeous black running through it and just a beautiful red as well. So I had to bring, of course, these home also. And then you can see in this one the variations here. Just really, really beautiful. See that? Oh my God, just the way it catches the light. So I ended up purchasing those. And then the last thing that I got, and again, those were from Made on Earth. The last thing that I got at Dandelions is this really beautiful lapis stone tea light holder. I have to say, guys, I rarely work with lapis. And I didn't go in with the intention of even purchasing a tea light holder because I have a beautiful rose quartz one and a selenite tea light holder at home. But something about, like, look at that color. Something about that, I saw it as I was going to check out and I was like, oh my God, I have to have this. And it was really reasonable. This was only, I think, $18. But just absolutely gorgeous, and I just really was called to bring this one home, and just even holding it right now, like, it feels so, I just love this piece. So this is a lapis tea light holder that I ended up purchasing as well. And then the other witchy things that I ended up getting, also at Made on Earth, were some candles, some pillars. And so you guys know that I typically, oh boy, my stones are going to go everywhere. I typically work with beeswax candles. I just work really, really well with beeswax. And there's something about the element of fire combining with the bees' energy and the hum of the hive and all of that beautiful stuff that ends up just creating this magical experience for me when I light a candle. And so it's not just lighting a candle, it ends up becoming this like folded, just gorgeous, beautiful experience. So I primarily work with beeswax, and I really, really love sunbeam candles. They actually create the candles using solar energy. They only use essential oils for their scented candles, and it's all, everything's ethically done with the beeswax. So I really love sunbeam candles, and if you are someone who likes to work with beeswax or who's interested in experiencing what it feels like to light and to work with a flame that's kind of being held by the beeswax, I would really suggest working with sunbeam candles. But I did end up getting a few different types of candles for Mabon that I wanted to share with you guys. So this is a company called Crystal Journeys, and all their scents are created with essential oils, and they work with Reiki energy when they make them, and so they're really beautiful. And I always get the Black Cat candle for Samhain, and for this time of year, I love to burn black candles. So their Black Cat candles and their clove candles are black, and I really, really love to work with them. So I'll purchase this as I always do. But I ended up getting a few different ones this time. And these are actually mandala candles. So the idea is that they're connecting body, mind, and spirit, and they have different elements or intentions behind them. So I ended up purchasing the energy candle, which I always go for this type of color. Like, this is the Dragonfly Moon Intuition candle, and it was crafted to burn with the intention of enhancing dream visions, imagination, intuition, direction, and purpose. So this is what I usually end up purchasing. I would rarely purchase this, but I just kind of off the cuff ended up ordering the Dragonfire Energy Candle. And the intention with this one is vitality or chi energy, life purpose and focus, excitement and inspiration. And this candle smells so good. Oh my God, I'm so very, very excited to burn these with a very specific intention and for specific magical workings. These aren't necessarily a daily candle for me. This is more for candle magic with an intention for the practice itself. And I believe that they're soy wax, but I'm actually not 100% sure. But it's a beautiful company, and again, it's all essential oils, and they use soy wax, I believe. If not that, then I'm not sure what wax they're using. But they also have votive candles in like the most wonderful scents. And I did get some bergamot candles for this fall just to have burning around the house as well. But I am really excited to work with these, like more excited now that I actually got them. And this candle smells so good, and the colors just make me feel good. I'm a very visual person, and so these colors just feel beautiful for me. And we have this kind of going within type of color going on here, and then this awakening, enlivening, passionate energy here, and I just love the two of them together. And so I actually have them on my shelf over Alice right now, and I'm looking forward to working with them. But I definitely feel called this Mabon to do a lot of candle magic. It's my favorite type of magic. And I love working with the element of fire and air combined like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I'm going to end up doing tomorrow night. I actually have a client tomorrow as well, a Reiki client after work. And so it's going to be a really powerful evening for me of connection with this Sabbath. So the other thing that I got, some of you won't feel is a witchy thing, but like I said, color is a huge part of how I connect with my spiritual path and just how I move through my day and work with different archetypes. And makeup is an intrinsic part of my spiritual path. And it's taken me a long time to not feel defensive about saying that. And I actually had a very healing experience this summer. The boutique that I work at, Made on Earth, is carrying a line of clothing that has been very empowering for me to wear and work with, and that's pinup girl clothing. And I ended up throwing a soiree with all the other goddesses that work at the store. And we had a wonderful experience, but it was really healing for me to realize that beauty and those things that I look at as creativity for me and things I get passionate about and excited about bringing in to work with myself, but to share with others through the boutique, are actually just as valid and worthy or as beautiful, as wonderful as things that we would consider spiritual. And so that's been a huge healing for me this summer of releasing this kind of, again, my personal experience of Christianity, of that being less than and earthly and profane and not sacred, and to look at that, to expend energy, time, money on those things means that you're not a spiritual person. So for me to release that and to bring that in as part of my spiritual path and be able to honor color, honor beauty, honor makeup, honor clothing, honor shoes, honor the various accoutrements that we use in our spiritual practice that bring us joy, like beeswax candles or white sage or champa or any type of incense. But being able to honor those things as part of my spiritual path has been really, really healing for me. So I am including this in my Witchy haul for Mabon. And this is the Mi Vida Loca palette by Kat Von D Beauty. And the colors in this palette are just stunning. And to me, they kind of make up Mabon, of what I look at as Mabon. And so I am excited to kind of pull these colors in and work with them over the next few weeks, just interacting with the energy of Mabon tomorrow, but also just Mabon carrying forward past the Sabbath itself and the season of autumn and the beauty of the harvest and the beauty of release and death and rebirth and moving on and changing, and the connection to the element of earth also, and fire. That feels really, really beautiful to me. And so this palette I am excited to work with as a way of honoring the colors of this season and also the energy of this season as well, which is so inspiring and delightful for me. So this is my little witchy haul. Again, book-wise, Crystal Goddesses 888 is the book that I purchased to work with over the next few months that I'm really, really excited about. And it's a gorgeous book, and so I will find it for you guys and show it to you in my next video. I just don't want to wake Vincent up because he's napping right now. And I noticed in some of the comments recently that people have been wondering if this is my bathroom. I actually have a video showing the entire space to you guys. It is my bathroom. I live in a really old little house. Has lots of energy in it. But the windows are very small and there's not a lot of light in the house. And there's also not a lot of rooms with doors because there's just not a lot of rooms. It's a very open space, the small you know, the rooms are small and they're all open. And so while Vincent naps, I need to have the door closed so I'm not waking him up, and also enough light so that you guys can see what I'm sharing with you all. So I do my readings in the bathroom. And yes, this is my bathroom, and it's also a very creative, meditative space for me in the morning when I do my makeup. So I have a video, and I'll put the link for that below, that kind of shows the whole space so you can see what I have going on in here. But I call in a lot of archetypes in this space and work with a lot of anima and animus energy. So yes, this is where I record in the bathroom. So you guys are cracking me up with some of your comments about that. So I just wanted to let you know, if you're new to the channel or you haven't seen the tour video, that this is the bathroom. I will eventually do a tour video of the whole house. Again, this is a very old house that my husband and I purchased, and it's a fixer-upper, and so Shane, my husband, is doing a lot of work on the house, and so there are areas that are just still under construction, as you could tell from my last video, that he's really working on, and the outside of the house as well. And so, you know, when I feel that we get there to a space that we're working towards with the house, I will be happy to do a tour video and show you guys. This house has a lot of character. There are a lot of energies here. The land here is really, really magical. There's a lot of energy in this space, and so I will show you all the backyard at some point in time so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But I am wishing you all a wonderful, beautiful Mabon. Thank you for sharing my witchy haul with me. It's interesting that I'm bringing in these tumbled stones, and I'm excited to see how they'll work with me, but also how they'll work with clients as well, because the stone people always want to share, and it's rarely just a personal experience for me with stones. So that's going to be fun to see, and I'll share that with you all as well. And again, wishing you all a blessed Mabon, and may the energy of this season bring healing and comfort and release and joy to you all. So I will see you all on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.